I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. After 9 days of testimony from 28 under oath witnesses, the Orange County Legislative Committee formed to investigate the management and finances of the county's Valley View nursing home facility presented their findings during a Goshen news conference earlier today. And as expected, the report concludes that keeping Valley View in county hands is favorable to privatizing it. Among the conclusions included in their report summary, management deficiencies were at the root of the financial problems at Valley View, and a taxpayer cost could be substantially reduced, making sale or privatization a much less attractive option.
Valley View is kept by the county. Conditions can be changed to reduce taxpayer subsidy to less than $6 million per year, rather than the $20 to $30 million publicly stated by the county executive. 7, there are a number of areas in which internal changes could be made. If the county elected officials are willing to become more aggressive in endorsing and actively supporting a willingness to make changes that would help make Valley View more cost-effective while maintaining high-quality standards.
Although County Executive Ed Diana and other county employees chose not to provide testimony under oath to the committee, the administration has said layoffs and a hefty tax hike could result next year if Valley View isn't sold to a private concern. The full legislature will now review the committee's findings and ultimately vote on whether to push forward with the proposed sale of Valley View. The special committee looking into the future of the now closed County Government Center will present its findings tomorrow. She got the maximum sentence. 56-year-old Geraldine Marshall of Kingston, the woman who admitted to robbing a local bank back in March, was sentenced by Ulster County Court Judge Donald Williams today to a prison term of 2 1/3 to 7 years. Marshall had pleaded guilty to felony robbery for the heist at the Roundout Savings Bank in Midtown Kingston. She made off with about $1,600 after telling a bank employee she had a gun. Police say Marshall had no weapon. She was arrested about 2 weeks after the robbery. None of the stolen money was ever recovered. Police in New York City are looking for suspects following the fatal stabbing of a Monroe man after Monday's West Indian American Day parade in Brooklyn. 27-year-old Malincrod Leandre, called Marley by friends and family, died of a stab wound to the neck. Those with him say he was attacked while trying to break up an argument between two groups of people. Leandre was preparing to begin his new job as a bus driver in a Rockland County School District. He leaves behind a 3-year-old daughter. He ripped off the railway, and now Clinton Marsh will be serving up to 2 years in state prison. The 36-year-old Matamoros, Pennsylvania resident had been convicted of theft and false identification to law enforcement. That's for stealing numerous railroad track connectors at the Mill Rift Railroad tracks in Westfall Township back in January. Besides the prison time, Marsh was also fined $700.
1 crayon, 1 ruler, 1 thing out of this box, 2, it's on here, 2 Middletown Cares pencils, it's on the box, and 1 of these.
And hundreds of children from low-income families in the Middletown School District will be starting the new school year off right when classes begin tomorrow. All thanks to the efforts of a couple of local organizations and several Middletown area businesses. Today, teenagers with the Mayor's Youth Council in Middletown and the Middletown Cares Coalition, along with members of a local Girl Scout troop, spent the morning stuffing donated backpacks with donated school supplies at the city's Recreation Department building. It's the 5th year of the back-to-school drive in Middletown, and organizers say it's always a challenge to meet the ever-growing demand.
The need gets bigger and bigger, and it's just an opportunity for the schools to be able to help some of their students a little more. About 50 backpacks will go to every school, and we'll give them to the principals and the social workers to take care of.
Through elementary to high school, I still see it. Kids just haven't had the means to go out with their parents and get school supplies that they need, like pencils, pens, notebooks, paper, stuff that they need on a regular basis for class, and they just haven't had the means to do it. And so this is a great opportunity for them. Having the proper supplies and proper things that you need is definitely your tool to success.
As a result of the community donations, about 350 backpacks filled with school supplies were then loaded onto a mid-city transit bus so they could be dropped off later today at Middletown's 7 district schools for distribution to needy kids when they show up for tomorrow's first day of school. Finally, some improvement when it comes to our weather, but don't look for cooler temperatures yet, even if the calendar says September. Thursday will be partly sunny and warm with the highs in the mid-80s. A mix of sun and clouds in the forecast for Friday, and it'll be hot with temperatures up around 90 degrees. When news breaks, you will find it here at Record Online and get a complete look at all the day's developments by reading tomorrow's edition of the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.